Chani, really good googly this. This is one of the two googlies he bowls. It's the harder to pick because it's more out of the top of the hand rather than the back. It doesn't turn as much as a consequence. You could call it a top spinner, but it does actually go a bit. And he lands it perfectly to start with. Nobody can get Lamichhane away, can they? He's not just the leading wicket taker, the most economical bowler in the tournament too.
Well, exceptional wrist spinners often get away with poor deliveries when a batter's not picking him. So the long hop outside off stump, it's uncertain, do I cut this or is this coming back in towards me? Vital spell this for the Yaks.
What's the approach with them only being one down and still having the full allocation of Lamichhane to play? Maybe
not just leading wicket taker, the most economical bowler in the tournament too.
Well, exceptional wrist spinners often get away with poor deliveries when a batter's not picking him. So the long hop outside off stump, it's uncertain, do I cut this or is this coming back in towards me?
I think you've done well.
Vital spell
What
this
you
for
don't
the
want to do
Yaks.
is let him see other batters. If he starts getting into two and three wickets, it's going to put you under enormous pressure.
What's the approach with them only being one down and still having the full allocation?
He's not just leading wicket taker, the most economical bowler in the tournament too.
Well, exceptional wrist spinners often get away with poor deliveries.
He's been nowhere so far this season. We knew Basisto would sweep, and he sweeps effectively. Yeah, Lamichhane, Harmeet Singh and Milind Kumar have been joined by Karan KC after that last match on 9 wickets at the top of the table. Oh, a little bit of underarm bowling. Spare or strike?
All right, Chappelli.
Some viewers won't get that reference. Australia, New Zealand back. Now I'm going to test myself. 80s or late 70s?
I won't be able to give you the date, but I will say it's a tough call from a brother to ask a brother to do that.
To give you the context of what we're talking about, 6 to win off the final delivery of a limited overs match between Australia and New Zealand. And rather disgracefully, the Australians rolled it along the ground. There was no balls back then for multiple bouncers, so they couldn't hit it for 6. The New Zealand batter hit it away and stormed off the field in frustration. 52 for 1. Pretty pleased with that. 1st of February 1981 it was in the well has now become the Chappell Hadley series, ironically, isn't it? Between the two countries. Oh, is this outside the line? I think so. This may well be going on to hit off stump, but it's got to impact in line. On first viewing, it's a good decision for me.
It's outside the line. Tricky to umpire in these conditions as well with the turn.
There's a deep extra cover, interesting field, because mid-off is up in the circle. But just to round that out, it was the third of a best-of-5 final in the 1980-81 World Series Cup at the MCG, where Trevor Chappell was instructed to bowl underarm to New Zealand's Brian McKechnie. And it caused a genuine international incident and huge political issues and relations between the two countries. The outrage from it eventually led to an official amendment of the laws of the game, which obviously we're talking about Rob Lynch's visit here, the MCC being here. They are the ones who set the laws of the game, and it was right that it had to change. Should be at least a couple. In fact, I think it's going to be 4. It's such a strange field, isn't it? Deep backward point, deep extra cover, separated by mid-off, a cover in the circle, and a man at backward point in the circle, and Basisto places it perfectly.
I think Basisto has created this because of his sweep. So there's a fear that he will sweep towards the leg side, so they leave a deep square leg and a deep mid-wicket out there, which means they have to have an extra man inside the 30-yard circle for Basisto on the offside.
I don't think I've ever seen a field like this. Like that stroke that he played there for 4, every single time, once you're outside the power play, you close your eyes, you say 1. That's 1.
You're just a conventional cut for 1 to a sweeper. Yeah. But the man behind point is there for the reverse sweep.
Oh, great way to get some momentum. Dances down the track. Bashir Ahmed had been so good, but maybe an over too many. His figures have been ruined in his 4th and final. He'll finish with none for 25. An almighty 6 from Priyank. And it gets us to the halfway stage of this first innings. Coaches will come out onto the field, and it's time now for the Expert Education strategic timeout. It's my favourite time of every doubleheader. In between the innings, we take the Expert Education strategic timeout, and the DJ, he spins the tunes. And almost every fan in the crowd, they rise to their feet. So many young people here. The future of this nation. Well, it's in very good hands with the youngsters. And I'll tell you, there's a couple there looking for the Midea reward for the most energetic fan of the day, the coolest fan of the day. They get a brand new air conditioning unit. Wonder who it's going to be today. That's the end of the timeout, and we burst to life. As Lamachani comes around the wicket trying to counteract Basisto. And before I welcome my co-commentator, I want to tell you about these men. Privileged to meet these guys in between the 2 matches. This is the differently abled national team of Nepal. They have been felicitated and welcomed by the Cricket Association of Nepal because they are off to India. I think it's tomorrow, to Haryana. And they're going to play India in 3 T20Is. Chatting to the players, plenty from Sudar Pashim. There's a couple from the Madhesh province, couple from Karnali too. And great to have them here, just like we had the Nepal women's blind team, who were the runners-up in the World Cup. They'll take on the might of India. Great initiative that between the BCCI and the Cricket Association of Nepal, and how much have they got to look forward to. As I welcome former Indian cricketer from Karnataka, Fazal Khalil. Fazal, that's great to see, isn't it? Really heartening.
Well, thank you very much. It's so heartening to see. It's so heartening to see that initiative between the two nations, Nepal and India, represented by the Board of Control for Cricket in India, the richest cricketing body in the world, beautifully struck this. And it's so nice to see this gesture from the BCCI for the cricket in Nepal. And that's what they need, this young nation. They need the support of a really big board like the BCCI, and of course a very dear neighbor of India as well. A lot of understanding between the two countries. And I'm not surprised by this initiative, and I hope it really goes well. They should have taken 2 for that. Just bailing out there. Yeah, it's a really good initiative, Andrew, and I'm so proud to be an Indian as well and come out here and commentate with you in a Nepal league. How good is that, as we see players from all over the world coming here to play this magnificent Nepal Premier League.
Another googly. I tell you that the ball is coming beautifully out of the hand of Lamachani. Sahil into the team. Well, he's basically almost forced the umpire to go upstairs. I think he's home here. I think he's home quite comfortably. But you cannot help but love the enthusiasm. Sahil Patel into the team. I think he might beat the second line here. Let's have a look. Going to be close on the second line. He is. Home on multiple counts. A little bit of over-exuberance, a bit of enthusiasm. Don't mind seeing that. The score is 70 for 1. I'll tell you something, this game is fascinatingly poised. We have seen the bravest of captains. It's always the one who does it first who's the trendsetter. And our caps are doffed to Kushal Bertel of the Bakara Avengers for being the one to step out of line and say, I'm going to bat first. I think I want runs on the board. And now this evening, both captains said they wanted to bat first, but it was Sampal Kami that won the toss. They're in a good position because they have 9 wickets in hand, but they're not quite going at the rate that they would like. And with some power to come, particularly Gulshan Jazz long levers, well, what sort of a projected score might they be able to get up to?
Well, I'm fine with this at the moment. The Kanali Yak 70 for 1, Andrew. And when we get into that 15 to 20, that's when you want someone like Gulshan Jazz out there. They're really doing it well, especially someone like Will Busisto is really coming good for the Yaks, and Priyank Panchal, as usual, carrying on his nice form in the tournament. 27 of 28. He's played the 28 deliveries. He needs to carry on, anchor this team to that score of 160, maybe a little more than 160.
I think 160 will be a huge effort from here. I reckon if you offered them 150, they'd walk off the field. And 150 might be a winning score. Because we have seen some collapses, haven't we, over the last couple of days.
So they need to play it smart from here. They need to play between 7 and 15. They need to play it really smart. If they have wickets in hand going into the 16th over, then you can talk about nicely struck. It just sped and skidded off the surface on that lush green part of the ground and just rocketed away from the mid-off fielder or the long-off fielder.
This is poor. This is Shehan Jayasuriya, fresh off a plane, straight into the team. That's a regulation stop, and he's got nowhere near it. Talk about acclimatization, talk about adjustment to conditions. I'm not sure whether he has flown in from his new home in the United States of America. Well, this is close, but probably angling down, or his native Sri Lanka. He was one of the cricketers that went across to help get Major League and minor league cricket established. Hasn't played for the United States of America yet, but he is a powerful left-handed batter. But that was not a good piece of fielding.
Umpire Rambakwela will definitely go up for technology. Looked close, but a direct hit sometimes just shocks everyone, surprises everyone.
Well, we go from, well, a slightly poor piece of fielding to an excellent piece. Heaslett, who took one of the catches of the tournament down at long off. I think it was off Sandeep Lamichhani's bowling. Fingertip grab. Might have been at long on, actually. He again shows his athleticism, and even though he doesn't catch Priyank short, it was very impressive. Get home for the single. You do sense that Lamichhani's 2 remaining overs are very important, because the captain also has a headache. And Pratish GC was expensive in his previous game, and he's only bowled 1 so far. I did see George Munsey warming up. He's known as a batter only, but he has bowled occasionally, because he doesn't have the services of Shubham Ranjani, remember. So I think that Lamichhani might need to get the 6th bowler into play. Who's it going to be? 77 for 1. You just don't know where Lamichhani's going to turn, because he's going to have to get a 6th bowler introduced. And think of the players that he's left out. Surya Tamang, with his left arm off spin, he's out of the team. Narambata out of the team. No Ranjani, who has moved on to the ILT20, I believe. So if he's going to stick to 5 bowlers, that's fine, but it means Pratish GC will have to bowl 3 of the remaining 7 overs after this one. I think he's got a bit of a conundrum on his hands.
Well, absolutely, and I've seen him going to Pratish GC in the last over of the innings as well. So I'm pretty sure Pratish GC will be bowling. Not quite sure that he'll complete those 4 overs.
Single, and it's time to get down to Jess Crowe. Jess, what's happening down there?
Well, I'm joined here by Surya Tamang. Surya playing in front of a packed crowd this evening. What do you make of the team performance so far?
It's going pretty good as well. I mean, we were unfortunate in the last game, and I hope we can bounce back this game.
And you've been very, very destructive for the Kings as a whole. What's it been like playing out there?
I mean, the environment is good. Sandy and DP, our coach, he's been amazing. I mean, the environment it's very good.
And showing the dressing room with some big names, big hitters, you know, excellent bowlers. What's that been like for you personally?
I mean, Merchant, he's been keeping the dressing room very warm and alive, and Martin, he's been very calm and composed, and that's what working for us.
Now, I've asked one of your teammates previously, there's always one person in the team who gets the energy going, keeps the team together. Who's that in your team, do you think?
I mean, no doubt it's Merchant. I mean, he's been very crazy on and off the field, and I mean, that's very good for us.
And what's the ideal score for you tonight for the team to restrict them to?
I mean, it could be under 120, 130.
Excellent. Well, all the best for you and the team.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Dragged down, pumped, and pumped away for 4. Lamichhani on the hunt for the 2nd wicket, and he knows he's just dragged that a little shorter. It's the rarest of things this season. A bad delivery from the captain of the Kings, and well put away.
Well, that's the key, really. You get those bad deliveries, you have to make them count. You have to make the bowler play. Really nice hit this. Didn't look to hit it for 6, was always looking to hit it for 4. And that's the good part of it.
Yeah, we've seen other batters, including Chris Lynn. You think about a similar length delivery where he's tried to hit it for 6 and been caught in the deep. Very effective batting. You just feel as though they have a platform now to really go big in the last 7, particularly if the pressure is going to come on someone like Pratish GC.
Yes, I've always maintained that you play the T20 game in 3 phases, 1 to 6, 7 to 15 and 16 to 20. They've done really well so far in that 7 to 15. There it is. That's the experience of someone like Priyank Panchal coming to the fore. Plays it with soft hands inside. If you take a look at that, just outside the 30-yard circle. So it's difficult for the wicketkeeper or for the deep mid-wicket to come in. It's very smart play. 13 done, 86 for 1.
Well, I'll promise you something. The atmosphere here, you can almost feel it's sensational. Every boundary, every run is being roared to the rafters. And this is all ahead of Super Saturday, which is sold out tomorrow. Double header then. What would you do if you were Gyanendra Malla, the head coach of the Yaks? Are you looking at Pawan Sarafin next? He's got the pads on. Gulshan Jazz behind him, the left-hander. Najibullah Zadran hasn't had his best tournament yet.
Well, for me, it would be Gulshan Jazz. He's just too good a player to be sitting out coming at 8, 9 or 10. He needs to come out there when he can throw caution to the wind. Perfectly set stage. We did see what happened in the earlier game when Simpson and Milind Kumar got out. They just folded like a deck of cards. They don't want that to happen. The Yaks take it to the 15th over and then leave it to the big hitters.
He just sweeps and sweeps and sweeps again. He wants the second. He's going to have to get going. Good running again. Been a real hallmark of this partnership. It's now worth 67. He played ever so well. That Simpson innings earlier might have been even better than Mark Watt's century, given how tricky the batting conditions have been. Excellent.
But I'm just going to stick my neck out here, Andrew. The innings that Simpson played in the afternoon is going to be a lot different when someone comes and plays in the evening because of the dew factor. There will be a little bit of dew on the surface. There will be a little bit of rolling, so it'll bind the surface together. So the first maybe 10 overs, when the Kings come out to bat, the ball will come nicely onto the bat. So they have to be mindful of the fact, the Yaks, that they need at least about 10 or 15 above par. So maybe 150, you say? I would say about 160, 165 is the par score.
Well, they certainly have the ability to get towards the numbers you're talking about with the platform that they have. I still think that Sandeep Lamichhane has a headache. And that headache is who's bowling outside of... I know for a fact 100% that Delanga will bowl 2 of them, Lamichhane will bowl 1 of them. My question is who's going to bowl the other 3? Great use of the feet. That goes many a mile. And it goes almost into the media box. He's a stylish player, this Priyank Panchal. He comes with a magnificent pedigree from Indian cricket. You can see why.
But certainly is very pedigreed, is Priyank Panchal, and I'm pleasantly surprised to see the aggression from the man Siddhartha Bank, maximum of the match at the hands of Priyank Panchal. The other reason I say 160, Andrew, is because straight away the Kings will be under pressure. You give them 140, 145, they have time in those first 6 overs. But when it goes to 160, they have to step on the gas early. Therein lies the danger of losing wickets in those first 6 overs.
And they can't afford to have a weak power play then, can they? Oh, good delivery. Flatter into the surface and turn away, but ultimately Heaslett will finish with none for 32. 97 for 1. Well, this is the bowling card. There's only 5 bowlers used. And I think Lamachani recognises his headache. He's going to try and get one in here from Pratish GC. But a reminder that he has been a little expensive at points. Thought he batted very well the other evening. And I know that he's a big favourite of Sandeep Lamachani's. Lamachani thinks a huge amount about the young left-arm seaming all-rounder. Still just 21 years of age, remember. Plenty of better days ahead of him. Has made those 13 appearances for the national side. There's a bit of media speculation about him being the one that might force his way into the T20 World Cup squad. Rajan Dakal, the other left-arm seamer, but he's been expensive this season so far. Will he bowl his full allocation? Would you suspect that the 2 batters will recognise that 3 of the last 6 to be bowled by this man could be the one to target?
Well, what I would be thinking as the captain and someone in the middle there, Priyank Panchal or Bosisto, is this is the man to go after. If they can get a 15-run over here, and that will put serious pressure on Lamachani because he doesn't have the 6th option. Who will he go to as the 6th bowler should Pratish GC be taken to the cleaners? So this is the over that Priyank Panchal should need to target.
Credit to GC. I think he's been learning going to cutters and cutters alone. Potentially, oh no. Well, a beautiful, this is a nightmare for Shehan Jayasuriya. Beautiful to see the batters not running. They could have run a second, but they're not going to. They know how bad this is. He's only fresh off a plane. I think he's badly twisted his ankle here, and the immediate indications are that this isn't good. Is Jayasuriya's NPL campaign going to be over before it starts?
Just take a look at this. He's a big unit, Jayasuriya, just getting around there. And did he? Oh, there it is. The left ankle really twisting it badly. Yeah, the physio out there in the middle, the umpires there, the fielders around him. It's a very tense moment for Jayasuriya and for the Biratnagar Kings. He's just gotten into the tournament, and like Andrew said, has his tournament ended before it even starts.
I do want to give great credit to the batters. There's a lot of talk at the moment about the spirit of cricket, and they easily could have run a second there, but they immediately identified that this wasn't a false or a fake injury. They knew it was a serious one. And they never even looked at each other or considered the second here, even though they would have comfortably got it. So they pushed hard. They've seen it was only one, and then they've seen, no, it's not right. And Basisto extends the arm, and both batters agree, well, there's bigger and more important things at play here. I think he's in real trouble here. He's got the 2 biggest teammates he has, Marchant de Lange and George Munsey, who are going to carry him off. Credit to those 2 big men. I'm not sure he's going to be able to bat here, let alone the rest of the season.
Well, when you're just carried off the ground in that fashion and you can't rest that ankle on the ground, certainly you're in trouble. And I'd be very surprised if he comes out to bat, Andrew, because an ankle injury, your entire body weight, and believe me, he has a lot of it on that little ankle, is going to really, really hurt.
Great credit to those 2 on the screen. I tip my hat to both of you. Well done, Will Basisto and Priyank Panchal. I know there's been a few disputes about some of the umpiring decisions, but certainly there's been a lot of camaraderie between the sides as well off the field. A lot of fun between sometimes international teammates coming up against each other. I enjoyed the Erasmus coming up against Trumpelman and Smith. I did rather enjoy George Munsey's celebration of taking the catch to dismiss his Scottish teammate Mark Watt earlier this evening as well. And our thanks to both Munsey and De Lange, who have, well, put in a bit of a gym session there, carrying Jayasuriya off the field. They get into their respective fielding positions, and a great spirit of cricket on show from all involved.
Is there a fair play award in this tournament, Andrew? Or should there be one?
Good idea. We'll have more about that soon, let's hope. In the 15th, 99 for 1. Another cutter, third consecutive in the over. Might have come off the glove, so I think it'll be a run. Okay, on to happier things every day. We have a sparkling smile of the match, sponsored by Happy Dent. Now, what's happening? The first 3 or 4 days, it was all women. The men are dominant now. Let's get back to the fairer. Let's get back to the women. Come on. Congratulations to you, sir. Happy Dent hamper. It's on its way.
Well, we did get a hamper in the commentary box as well. Thank you very much. And I enjoyed the Happy Dent hamper.
This has been a good over, isn't it? Because he's just not allowing any pace or any width to hit with. You just wonder, well, maybe it's more likely to be Bassisto. He'll try to get inside the line of the ball, but he's been very particular with his line. He's bowling into the pads, into the thigh pad of the two batters, unable to find any boundaries yet.
Well, on the brink of his second 50 in the tournament, Priyank Panchal.
That'll be 50. Very well played. Second of the season for the Indian. You've raved about his first-class record and how talented a cricketer he is. You've seen it here on the big stage. 50 off 42 balls.
Well, he played really well. I'm pleasantly surprised to see the revelation of Priyank Panchal, not known for T20 cricket back in India, but he's certainly showing that he's got something straight out of the top draw. 119 strike rate.
Has this pitched outside leg? I think so. It's going to go on and smash into middle stump, but that matters not. Pitched outside, good decision. Durganathu Betty, 104 for 1.
Wow, besides all the cricket, we also come for this, and this is what makes Nepal so beautiful and magical as well. These snow-capped peaks. Oh dear, look at H.D. Ackerman looking at it. As the evening comes to be, it just gets a bit more chilly in this part of the world. And we know why. Narayan Joshi finally gets to go with the ball, right arm medium. Good to have H.D. Ackerman alongside me.
I get the shakes when I see those mountains. You know me in heights. Oh, beautiful, don't get me wrong. Beautiful, but give me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, that'll be a regular fixture and a feature as well when Bassisto is in the middle. Yeah, you do have some issues with heights, HD?
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's not a nice feeling when you get into a cable car or even a glass lift. Struggled tremendously, my friend. Anyway, you're right, Bassisto is he's Mr. Consistent, isn't he? I know he's going at a runner ball, but that's perfect on this surface at the moment.
Just goes with that slog. They've run well, and the hallmark of Panchal this evening is the way he's used his feet. But the running, the calling has been very clear and precise.
Yeah, and that's something that many need to understand as well. Is you've got people from all walks of life, from all parts of the world coming together, and they've got to forge these relationships, these understandings on you know, running between the wickets. It's a relationship, and when you do it for the first time, it can be very confusing, like most relationships.
Experience speaking there. Thanks, HD, for that tip and advice. Now he's got the leading edge on this. One bounce, that'll go for a 4. Priyank's made up his mind. He'll go after leather. And at the moment, luck favouring him.
They've earned the right to play this sort of shot. Yes, it's lucky, but they've created that luck by building this partnership in a clever way. He's looking for the boundary now because these two have put on, what, 80 odd. Those are fortunate runs, but they'll take them.
The Biratnagar Kings, they received a body blow in the field sometime back with Jay Surya walking back. We hope he comes back, but looks very uncertain and minimalistic. And I'll tell you what makes matters more difficult for them. Yeah, wild swing. They're swinging the willow left, right and centre at the moment. Nicely cut away. And good backing up as well by Bashir. 2 runs here for Panchal.
He showed us his quality in the opening fixture when he got 90. Now, this has almost been a better innings, and I say that because that 90 was played on a batting-friendly pitch. This is a bowling-friendly pitch where batters have struggled, and he's one of the few players that have used their feet to go down the wicket so effectively. He's not done yet.
Yeah, we saw the Biratnagar Kings win 3 on the bounce. They lost their last game. We saw what happened earlier in the day with Kathmandu Gorkhas winning their 3rd with a good net run rate. The unpredictability over here in this tournament is such that in a matter of no time, those equations change in the points table. 2 bad games, you just drop down completely. That's why the Biratnagar Kings can't be really cooling their heels. Another leading edge, another boundary. Yeah, he'll chance his luck, but fortune favours the brave. And Panchal's punching above his weight this evening.
You know, wry smile from the captain, Sandeep Lamachani, but he's under pressure. 115 for 1. We've still got 4.1 overs remaining, and we know that anything over 130, 135 is going to be extremely challenging. And when I say extremely challenging, someone's going to have to play well. You can't just cruise. We saw in the earlier game, 140 was defended comfortably.
It was, yes. And batting first suddenly becomes a weapon now for teams at the toss. How quickly the trend has changed. Narayan, 11 in his first 5. Yeah, 2 is the call. They're putting the pressure on the field over here. Basista's running quick. He'll come back. And this has turned out to be a good over and a wonderful partnership as well in the middle. 117 for 1. Yeah, Sudur Paschim Royals 4-4. They have a clean slate. Biratnagar Kings dropped their last game. They cannot afford to drop too many because they'll just be making that trip down south. Gorkhas, after that win earlier in the day, 53-run win, gives them a good net run rate. They move to number 3. So if a couple of wins come across for the Avengers and the Yaks, then it'll come in very handy. Remember, they have that game advantage as well, the teams in the bottom half. So you really can't relax. We are at the halfway stage, HT. Oh, they're striking it really well. That had a nasty bounce. Oh, yes, no. But in the end, all is well. That's because just at the right time, they pressed the abort button for that second run.
Butter does extremely well here in the deep because the bounce is nasty. Clips him on the shoulder. That could have ended a lot worse.
Yeah, body behind the line, the second line of defense. He's smiling there, but you rightly pointed out, it could have been worse.
They're pushing the first one hard every time. They're saying, come on. Well, Basisto is. I think Panchal was a little bit slow out the blocks, wasn't he? But the problem here for the Kings is they're scoring off every ball. It may not be big numbers, but there's barely a dot ball that's been bowled in the last while.
And they'll steal another run. Oh, directed, he's gone. He was never in the frame over there. I'm not too sure if the run was on, but great work there by Sahil Patel, who's come in as wicketkeeper in this game. Breaks the stumps at the striker's end. And a very tame end here to what's been a very fine innings by Priyank Panchal. And this partnership of 96 as well comes to an end.
It's his call. There's the fumble, and he says, I'll have it, and hope that he misses, but he doesn't. It's a run out, not a stumping. Brilliant innings, 63 from Priyank Panchal. The Yaks in a decent position, yeah, 119 for 2.
Well, this is the most endearing image we've seen all evening. Tourists coming in as well to enjoy this wonderful game of cricket. And look at that little one. Unaware of what's happening, but she's quite certainly enjoying the beats as well. And so is everybody at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. So much of laughter, smile and energy. And what a good sight to see Gulshan Jha. I've been waiting for this, a promotion for Jha in the batting order. I want him to spend more time and get more deliveries. And you mentioned that in the pre-show as well, HT.
He may not come off, but if he does, he propels you to 150. That's the danger that he has. They're running for absolutely everything. But this is a fine bit of wicket keeping. Immediately the glove comes off, which is the first sign of someone that's kept wicket before, because those of us who never have, we struggle to get that glove off, and we just throw with the big glove on. Good bit of work.
And sometimes the glove also goes off with the throw, HT. Yeah, he's bowled well. I don't mind this. You want to tell the batter, stay where you are. He's mixed it up well, Pratish GC.
That's a big wide. Remember, above head height, in a standing position. Not in his stance, in a standing position.
And this is the 4th game for the Yaks. And Gulshan has batted only once in the last 3 games. He just smokes this one. Not an easy shot. That's because that's during the longer part of the boundary. And what a way to get off the mark as well. He's feeling good about it. And he has a wonderful crack at the cherry.
This is the job. This is the job. Don't waste balls. Take it on. We've got others who can knock it around. Your job is to try and propel us to a target where we'll be uncatchable.
Long levers, right, when Gulshan Jha is in operation. That reach, that stretch, that back lift. With that frame of his, even a miss hit can sometimes go for a 6. Can he finish well, GC? Once again, looks to go big. Fielder coming underneath. Oh, it's been put down. It's the captain, Sandeep Lamichhane, who drops Gulshan Jha. As easy as it could get. There it is. He's livid with himself. Gulshan survives. How costly will this prove? It's 128 for 2. Yeah, wonderful scenes, yeah. Great evening, the weekend loading, and a wonderful match playing out. Match number 16.
There's so many good things about Nepal cricket. There really is. The ground fielding, the bowling, the skillful left-arm spin. But when the World Cup comes along, this is a part of the game that needs to be cleaned up. There's been too many catches like that have been put down. We've seen some spectacular ones, but those kind of catches have to be taken.
Yeah, he's still rowing about the fact that he's put that down, Sandeep Lamichhane. He's always on the lookout for runs. He's a fast runner. Bassisto just waiting for that small blip in the deep, and he'll set out for the second.
The benefit of running the first one hard. And your partner has also got to know, I'm pushing hard, because if he makes a mistake, I'm coming back. And that's what Bassisto does. He puts pressure on the outfielders and he canters in.
Subhash Bhandari was maybe just a bit slow. He should have attacked the ball, a bit casual. He somehow managed to dig that. Does really well. Another misfield. Bassisto will again run for the second. And that's how you apply pressure. He's playing around with the field and the fielders at the moment.
Tell you what, he's done well to get a bat on this, because this is a good delivery, this from De Lange. It's the Yorker. Oh, just gets a little toe end on it. It does seem as though he's only targeting that leg side at the moment. He's getting on bended knee and he's saying, I'm gonna hit you on this leg side no matter what.
Just how wonderfully he's striking the ball. And I'll tell you what, that reaction by De Lange was stating the obvious. He wants Bassisto off strike, and on 2 occasions Bassisto has got strike because of the misfielding in the deep.
Yep, I was about to say that can annoy bowlers. The shake of the head by De Lange. He's almost, the batter hit it into the area of the field that I wanted him to hit it, but why is he getting 2? But this is a whole different ball game now with Gulshan Jha on strike, because he's going to play in a different manner. Bassisto's happy to get ones, even though he is looking for boundaries. He's happy to run hard. Gulshan Jha only wants to deal in boundaries.
Change in the field. Mid-on comes up. Mid-wicket pushes back. Moving towards deep point. And there's a deep square leg. Is it the full delivery underneath the bat? Is it a bluff? Oh, he's carved that over backward point, and that's going to be 4. The drop catch certainly coming handy here for Gulshan Jha. He feels it's his day this evening. He's going after the bowling.
Great shot. I'm a little bit unsure about the choice of delivery here from Marchant de Lange, because he's got all his boundary fielders on the leg side. Fine leg, deep square leg, deep mid-wicket. So there's no protection on the offside. But he goes full, he goes wide. Now it's, listen, everyone calm down. Let's have a little rethink. But this man's doing the job. 12 or 4, that's already job done.
Standing deep in the crease. Oh, what a reply. And Adil just gloved. The batter just checking on Gulshan Jha. Great scenes here once again. He's quite a character. Wonderful man is Marchant de Lange. Just how quickly he went on to check for the batters. Composure there. Ah, Snotter.
Better delivery, wasn't it? Much better delivery. I mean, it's a great bouncer, but it's just a better ball for the field. Now, I wonder if there'll be an alteration in the field now, because you've got to think all the time. That's better. That's what we want to see more of.
Always nice to have these visuals play out in a very, very fiercely fought contest, where the batter's trying to go after the bowler. Yeah, quite a conference here between Muncy and De Lange. I wonder what's the message here. Quite a ball. He's just cranking up the pace here. He's just going all out at the batters, Marchant de Lange. 138 for 2. It's a full house tonight at the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. Look at the moves. Wow. Well, they are winners all the way. We're looking for one in the middle, but in the crowd, everyone's a winner. Each time the spotlight is on them. Wow, this is going to be some contest. Lamichhane to Gulshan Jha. Wow! What a start here for Gulshan. One bounce for. What a welcome to Lamichhane as well. This man's in his zone. He's in smash mode. And he's taking on everyone in front of him.
Well, we've seen how strong he is down the ground. But he's also got this. Oh, we got a contest on our hands here. Lamichhane versus Jha.
He looks to go big, gets the toe end of the bat. Basisto once again putting in the sprint. He's running to the danger end. This could be close, directed, but does well. Good news for the Yaks. Jha is on strike. There it is, the Omora Jeko, Nepal's fastest growing EV brand, which provides best in-segment range, ground clearance and spare tire. The car needs to be a little careful with Gulshan Jha in the middle. You don't want one of the balls landing into the windshield over there. He's bowled that shot.
The value of this innings, 20 off 9. You know, I said if he gets out now, many will go, oh, you know, you'll look at the statistics over the years and go, oh, that's a failure. 20 off 9 at this stage of the game could be a match-winning innings. Strike rate of 222. That's what you want from your big ball striker.
+1 HD. Great promotion, great move by the Yaks. Another reverse. I wonder what that appeal was for.
No, that's not worth a shot. That's what pressure does, though, doesn't it? You almost get into begging mode.
He's come back well, but can he finish off well, Lamichhane? The quicker delivery. The finger goes up. A smart Lamichhane just hits the pads. For a moment, Gulshan Jha felt that may have been going down leg, but a smart bit of bowling here. Experience showing the way for the Biratnagar Kings.
This is not an arm ball. This is not a leg spinner or a googly. He's just bowled this as quickly as he can.
He's done his job, 20 in 10. He's played some big hits, given them the momentum. He works back for 20. It's 1 for 6 for 3. Najibullah Zadran walks out. 7 balls left. C ball, hit ball is the template from here. He's not got the runs in this campaign. He wouldn't mind a couple of hits. Long on, deep mid-wicket, deep back with square leg. Well, he's just nudged that for a single. And he'll keep strike for the final over. Just wonder if the run was on, because ideally you'd want Basisto on strike for the final 6. 1 for 7 for 3. It's been some batting effort here by the Yaks. They lost that first wicket for 23. Then they had a huge partnership between Panchal and Basisto. And into the final over now, they'll ideally want to add another 15, maybe 20 if they can get lucky with the bat, but they have to negate this big man in the middle. Yeah, Basisto on strike.
A little bit unlucky, maybe. That back leg is very deep in the crease. Umpire must have thought it was shaving that leg stump.
He was not happy. Clearly just showing his emotions as well on his way back to the dugout. Yeah, but wonderful piece of bowling here by Sandeep Lamichhane after being hit for a 4. Come back to get the danger man out. Okay then. De Lange to Basisto. Yeah, just how wonderful he gets inside the line of the ball. He'll keep applying the pressure on the fielder in the deep.
Can you remember him scoring a run on the offside in the last, I don't know, 5-6 overs?
Yeah, once when he played the reverse sweep. Yeah, he's an all-round player, taking nothing away from Basisto. But sometimes as a batter, you feel it's one of your days where you're striking it well on the onside. That's firmly struck. Work to do for the fielder. Runs over it. Nicely doubled up there behind.
Well, they've done well here, preventing this from going for 4. Bit of teamwork in the deep. Yeah, I'm not suggesting that that Basisto shouldn't be doing that. I'm trying to highlight the fact that a player has found an area of the ground that he believes it's easier to score on.
Oh, he's given that some hit. Zadran wanted strike, and the reason is there for everybody to see. Just how he got underneath that is worthy of mention, and that just sailed.
Zadran wants you to try and bowl Yorkers at him because he's got such quick hands. And this is the area of the ground that he's strong. Anywhere from long on to backward point. He loves hitting you over extra cover. So the length that he wants is for you to attempt the Yorker and miss. Now he's thinking bouncer. Yeah, look at him. He's there. Oh, here we go. I'm getting it.
How about the ramp shot, HD? On the full. Now he wants the second. This is going to be close. He's struggling, but the throw is weak. And Zadran will keep strike. Very, very unconditional on behalf of Basisto as well.
It's just highlighted the importance of running between the wickets. I mean, as much as the 48 or 48 has been a decent innings by Will Basisto, his running is deserved of a half century. Runs his teammate back on strike. He did that for Priyank. He did that for Gulshan Jar as well.
And he's still running. He had a chat with the batter. Oh, look at that for fitness. Great. He's putting in the sprint. This is going to be close. A throw at the non-striker's end, and Basisto will keep strike now for the final delivery. He pretty much made up his mind. Oh, not really. It's over. 160 for 3. I was under the impression there's another ball to go. Wow. It's been a very good batting effort here by the Karnali Yaks. 23 for 1, 160 for 3, and Basisto will remain unbeaten on 48.
Again, just very smart. Very, very smart. Spoke to one of their players, the Yaks players, before the start of play. Once they'd won the toss, said they were batting first. They were talking about 125, 130 as being a winning target. Now, the thing is, we've said over and over again, if you aim for that 130 mark, you may get yourself 150. If you aim for the 170, 180 mark, you'll get bowled out for 120. And they played it perfectly. The partnership between Priyank and Basisto was high quality. Let's bear in mind, these are difficult circumstances for batters right now. These are used pitches. These favor the spinners. And so 160 for 3, that's an exceptional performance, and it's going to take some chasing.
And that's why it's important as a batting side, once you get into bat and once you spend some time, you make it count. And that's exactly what Priyank Panchal and Basisto did. They put a price on their wicket, they believed in crease occupation, they ran extremely well, and they got the boundaries going. Panchal got to his second 50 of the tournament, Basisto almost got his first, and Gulshan Jha came and added the fireworks as well with the bat.
One major partnership between Basisto and Panchal, and then one dominated by Gulshan Jha. Everyone wanted him further up the order. Today the coach obliged, and Gulshan responded.
Yeah, 6 bowlers used. Delanga did get a wicket very early, but then went for runs. And then you saw Sandeep Lamichhane, as always, very economical, and he did get that wicket as well. 3 wickets to fall, 1 courtesy a run out. So by the end of it, it was not the greatest of outing for the bowlers here. And they certainly want to now forget about this and come out with their bat. Yeah, phase 1 was not that great. Phase 2 was wonderful. That's because they kept wickets in hand. And phase 3, well, they did lose 2 wickets, but they got the runs as well. So they've paced this innings extremely well, the Karnal EX, to go past 150. And they'll want to believe they have enough runs on the board.
Well, they opened with the big hitting Mark Watt, who's already produced 100 for us, but it wasn't a lengthy innings. He did find it in the off-season. He was run out eventually for a brilliant 63.
Yeah, Gulshan Jha promoted in the batting order, made it count, kept going big. Sandeep Lamichhane put him down, an easy catch it would be, was a bit livid with himself. Then he took on the spin of Sandeep Lamichhane, not before Lamichhane sent him back to the dugout. So quite a contest played out between Gulshan Jha and Sandeep Lamichhane. Zadran came and hit some lusty blows, and by the end of it, the Yaks finished on 160 for 3, with this man remaining unbeaten on 48 in 48 deliveries. Will Basisto was special today with the bat, particularly in the partnership and the manner in which he ran in the middle as well, applying pressure on the fielders in the deep. So there it is. The Kings need 161 runs in 20 overs. It's not going to be an easy ask. Right, just the right time to head across to the sidelines. We believe Jess has someone special with her. Over to you, Jess.
That's right, I'm joined here by Will Basisto, the man of the moment. But one excellent innings from yourself, 48 runs. I can imagine you're pretty tired right now, but how was it out there in the middle?
Yeah, it was really tricky, actually. I thought our 2 left-handers at the end there finished it off beautifully. We had a good platform there with Priyank and myself. Thought that was a good partnership in some really tough batting conditions. But yeah, lucky that those 2 lefties came and got a few over the ropes at the end there. And I think that's a pretty competitive score.
And let's touch more on that partnership between you and Priyank then. What were the conversations happening on the wicket?
Yeah, well, it was just pretty tricky. We had left arm off spin coming at us from both ends, which on a wicket where some are spinning, some are sliding straight on is pretty tricky. So we were just thinking if we could take the game as deep as we possibly could. We know we've got power in the sheds, and luckily enough, they were able to come out and play their role as well.
And coming into bat at 3 then, is there any added pressure with that, do you think?
Not necessarily. We're pretty clear on our roles. Our coach, Ganendra Malla, is fantastic at really identifying exactly what each of our roles are. And, you know, we've had a couple of losses to start off with, but we've just doubled down on just play your role. If everyone plays their role, we know we've got a really strong side. So I think we've done that in the first half tonight, and hopefully we can go out and make use of these good bowling conditions.
Of course, and 161 to defend then. Are you confident in getting another victory on the board tonight?
I'd hope so, yeah. I think if we bowl well and field well, that's someone's going to have to, well, 2 or 3 guys are going to have to play out of their skin. So, yeah, very happy with the score at the halfway mark.
Excellent. Well, great work again. All the best for you and the
Thanks,
team.
Jess. Cheers.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Just the 2 fours in his 48 goes to show how much of running he's had to do for his own batting and for his partners as well at the other end. 161 is the target the Viratnagar Kings need, and they'll have to do it a little over 8 and over. We have quite an intense chase coming up on the other side of a short break. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. A lovely contest playing out this evening. They're coming to you live from the TU International Cricket Ground. Sweet match 16, I must say. That's because it's quite a match playing out between both these sides, Karnali Yaks and the Biratnagar Kings. Out in the previous game, they want to get back to winning ways. And it's been a very good batting effort by the Karnali Yaks. This after they won the toss and decided to bat first. It's been a Panchal show, 63 in 47. Nicely assisted by William Basisto. Run a ball, 48 unbeaten. A 96-run batting partnership here for the second wicket, and this is where they laid the foundation for a score of 160. Gulshan Jha got the promotion, got the runs as well. A quick fire 20 in 10. Najibullah Zadran got a couple of hits as well across the fence to add to the total. Well, Panchal got to his second 50 and he looked good right from the start. And that was the first boundary of his, sheer timing in that, but the way he used his feet was just brilliant, unafraid, had a good measure of the surface, it wasn't turning, and he backed himself, and a couple of lusty blows that just disappeared behind the stands. He brought up a second 50 in fine style, stitched a fine partnership as well, and the Yaks got going in that first innings of theirs. As many as 6 bowlers used. Sandeep Lamichhane 1 for 24 for him, was very tidy. Marshan Dillang got the first wicket very early, but then went for runs, 10 and over. Hazlett went wicketless in his 4, and GC and Bashir in the 7 overs between them gave 47 runs. Not the greatest of outings with the ball, as the Yaks were on a leather hint. This is the TU Stadium. Target 161 for Sandeep Lamichhane and boys. They'll have to get that in 20 overs at a little over 8 and over. Yeah, great scenes, yeah. The DJs once again playing out some wonderful tracks, and the crowds now waiting for this chase as well, as they've come in huge support of the Biratnagar Kings. A very good evening to Fazal Khalil as well.
Very good evening, Mikhail. Very good evening to everyone watching this broadcast, wherever you are. Oh, the Yaks out there in on the park, and the little Kelly there, very adorable in-house doggy. She's there all the time. We play with her after the game, a little before the game as well. Beautiful scenes here in Kathmandu. Words of wisdom from the coach as the 2 umpires walking in. That's Rambakwela with the ball in hand. My favorite umpire of late, Prageet Rambakwela.
I thought everyone's your favorite in Nepal, Fazal.
He's from Sri Lanka.
I mentioned in Nepal. I didn't say from.
Yeah. Well spotted. Yeah. He's just up there. Really enjoy my time with him in the hotel. As a very, very focused side. The Yaks, they need a win, especially over the Biratnagar Kings. And what it will do, will open up the points table. It'll open the tournament up a little, and don't want to see 2 teams in the last 4, even before we get into the last week of the tournament. Really chilly conditions out here in Nepal as the evening sets in, and once the sun sets, gets a little nippy here. Lokesh Bam, 12 matches, 250 runs. Probably a really good player after that 72 against the Avengers in the first game. Just fallen off a little bit is Lokesh Bam. He needs to come good for the Biratnagar Kings. They rely so heavily on him, and I say on him with the utmost respect to him and to his batting partner at the other end. He's not been amongst the runs, but he's such a good player, is George Munshi. 107 matches, 2,700 plus runs, 143 is his strike rate, 15 50s and 200s. So he's really looking good, but can he get that big one when the team needs it the most? The target 161. Sompal Kami, the skipper for the Yaks, will operate from the Chobar Hills end.
He had a good last outing, bowled the first wicket maiden. 3 for 32 for him against the Sudur Paschim Royals. They did go down in that contest, but he's been amongst wickets. 6 wickets for him in the tournament, Sompal Kami. Yeah, 3 inside the dial on the onside, saving 1, a slip in place. And it's good. Sompal Kami to Lokesh Baum. All set for the chase. Target 161 for the Biratnagar Kings. And what will be their 4th win if they overhaul this target? Wow, there's some shape, movement, carry. That surprised the wicketkeeper as well.
Well, that evening moisture on the surface, a little bit of rolling, hardens the deck a little bit, binds it together, thudded into the wicketkeeper's glove. It was on the ascendancy. So fair amount of pace for Sompal Kami. Will just keep him guessing, Lokesh Baum. 3rd man and deep square leg, 2 fielders out.
That's Deepak Dumre, the wicketkeeper today for the Karnali Yaks. Yeah, he spoke about the 72 by Lokesh Baum. After that, he's not had a good outing with the bat. Got 14, 28 and 4 in the remaining 3 games that he played in. It's match number 5 for the Biratnagar Kings. It's time he finds the middle of the bat. He lost the shape, gone hard at it. Didn't hit it where he intended to, but it'll certainly trickle away for a 4 to begin the run scoring here for the Biratnagar Kings. Lokesh off the mark, and so are the Kings.
Well, some pace generated by Sompal Kami. He was halfway through the shot when the ball had already hit the bat, gone over the fielder inside the ring on the offside for that Ncell Super 4. The first one for Lokesh and the Biratnagar Kings as well.
On the shorter side to begin with, Sompal Kami, you have a slip in place. Ideally, you want to draw the batter forward here. Yeah, very watchful here, Lokesh Baum. A wild swing. He's generating some pace here, Sompal Kami. Can be a very skiddy customer with the ball. Runs in really hard.
Well, they need 8.19 runs to the over, so they need to get a move on. But you don't want to just throw bat at ball like this. You want to play some percentage cricket. You've got the 4 runs of the over. Just get a couple of singles, you'll get the 6 runs. Keep wickets intact, Biratnagar Kings.
It's in the air, but it'll fall safe. Baum will get a single to keep strike for over number 2. It's 5 for no loss. Yeah, it's going to be the right arm off break of Pawan Saraf from the Combox end.
Well, I'm not really sure what move this is, how well it'll work for the Yaks, because with the spin, let's see how George Munzi will handle him. yet to face a delivery in this run chase.
Yeah, he's not bowled much so far in the previous 3 games. Just the 1 over against the Sudur Paschim Royals, where he went for 11 runs. In a day and age of matchups, you'd imagine that because the left-handed batter is there, you'll bring in the off-spinner. The invitation and the challenge maybe would be hit me against the turn. I wouldn't mind a slip here, Fazal.
Straight away some turn for Pawan Saraf, which will keep the batsman guessing. Take a look at that. 84 kilometers an hour is what he bowled that at. So that's perhaps the optimum speed that he needs to bowl in the air. Not quicker than that, not slower than that. Just around 84, 85.
So they're going up in unison, and the finger goes up as well. Munzi departs, and the ploy of bringing in the off-spinner for the left-handed batter has worked for Sompal Kami. An early strike here for the Yaks, and a big one.
Well, absolutely huge wicket this off George Munzi there. We did see that he got a little turn, and that's what kept the batsman guessing, straight away trying the reverse sweep. Let's see. There it is, straight off the glove, and a very smart catch by Dumre. His first game in the NPL Season 2. And what a start this for the Karnali Yaks. The first wicket down for the very famed Biratnagar Kings batting lineup. Munzi gone for a duck. The Kings 6 for 1 in the second. Well, they're certainly enjoying the music here in Kathmandu. Really know how to groove and jive to the music. They've certainly got better moves than Mikhail Vaswani and I do. 53 matches, 920 runs. A big mountain to climb for the Biratnagar Kings. Threw it outside their off stump, the slip in place. If they can get Heazlett out early, they'll certainly send shivers down the spine of the Biratnagar Kings batting. Not missing the outside edge by too much. He's bowling with his tail up is Pawan Saraf. Drops that shot straight to the field. Just take a look at it. The reason why Heazlett is out there in the middle.
An ambitious reverse, didn't quite go as planned. Lovely catch by Dumre, got a good part of the glove, and childlike celebration there in the middle for the Yaks. Cries of catch and just so Wakami there. It was never going to be easy. Had he only positioned himself on the edge of the 30-yard circle, that could have been a realistic opportunity. But living dangerously here are the Biratnagar Kings. What an over. 2 runs and a wicket, 7 for 1. Welcome back. We're coming to you live from the TU Stadium. Match number 16 here under lights. It's always been a spectacle. Quite a carnival, and it's been extravagant. Still to get that close finish game, that last over, last ball thriller, Fazal, into match number 16.
Well, Nandan Yadav, one of the bright spark in Nepal's future. 13 matches, 13th match, 13 wickets. Good economy, 3 for 19. Can he strike early? Down the track and just missing that off stump by a coat of varnish.
I wonder what's the plan here for Heazlett. Just look at that, a nothing shot. Just felt it was more of self-destruction had that crashed into the stumps.
They're panicking here, the Kings. They know that 160 on the board. They know how difficult a pitch this is. And the run rate required is 8.64. They're just throwing their bats at everything. They need to just regroup and play percentage cricket. You don't need to hit the cover of the ball. Just look to time the ball. Oh, just eluding a diving wicket keeper. And we'll get a boundary, a very lucky boundary this for Hazlett. A 318 force for the tournament. 11 for 1 now, the Biratnagar Kings.
Yeah, just hurried the batter Hazlett over there, Nandan Yadav. He can be very, very pacey with the ball. He does have that surprise delivery that just picks up on pace every now and then. You sense Hazlett has come out here with a plan to just go after the bowling, which is not a bad idea, but your shot selection here has to be very, very precise as a batter in the first 6. There again, was it an inside edge? I reckon maybe some bat involved in this that saved the batter. Not really.
Did it just pitch outside the leg stump is the question. Let's take a look at this again closely. Let's slow it down a little. Oh, just touch and go. But if you see there, a little bit of the top surface coming off as the pitch landed on the, as the ball landed on the pitch, Mikhail. And so things happening on this pitch. It's not going to be an easy chase. They need to be smart. They need to play the power play well, keep wickets between 7 and 15. They can even chase down 40 or 45 in those last 5 overs should they have wickets in hand. The 2 fielders out are at deep third and at deep square leg, like we've seen in most games. There is a fine leg inside the circle on the onside as well. Well, I've heard really good things about Nandan Yadav. He's bowled well for the national side as well. Generates a fair clip. He needs to bend his back a little bit more and probably mix it up a little. Don't give the pace to batsmen of the class of Hazlett and Lokesh.
Yeah, you want the batters to work for their runs on the surface. You don't want to give them freebies. I like the way Sompal Kami is just getting his pacers and spinners on very early in this contest. Wow, what a delivery. This is the kind of delivery you want from your premier fast bowler up front with a new ball in the power play.
That's why I say that he's got a future and a half. Take a look at the pace and the bounce that he generates from a very benign pitch here. It's a slow pitch, doesn't offer too much for the fast bowlers, but he's certainly bending his back. At 6s and 7s is Lokesh Bam. And again, cut him in half there. Just a real good leg cutter. 3 done, 12 for 1.
Kings here, just a quick reminder, My Dear AC will reward one of the most energetic fans with a brand new AC as the coolest fan of the day. It's already AC conditions everywhere in Nepal in this time of the year. An extra one wouldn't be of Will Basisto. Economy of 6.462 for 10. 48 unbeaten runs with the bat early in the day. Yeah, you had Pawan Saraf. He got a wicket and he's been replaced by Basisto.
Strange, isn't it? Didn't get the second over. Basisto comes on, both off spinners. Just changing it up a bit is the Kanaliak skipper, Sompal Kami. That should go all the way. That's a huge hit. One bounce over the boundary cushion. It was a rank long hop and was dealt with certain degree of confidence and severity.
Yeah, that just sat up nice and comfortable for the batter. A bit of a swivel there. And he went bang. It can be very dangerous, Hazlitt, if he gets going.
I'd rather get hit, or I'd rather have him get hit straight down the ground than mid-wicket or extra cover.
Yeah, that's more like it. Quite a gritty cricketer. Basisto saw him last season. He contributed with bat ball in the field. He's that kind of a player you always want to have in the side. He's always contributing somewhere or the other.
It's really nice to have an all-rounder in the team, and he's a three-dimensional player. He can bat really well, he can bowl really well, and he's an exceptional fielder. Took that breathtaking catch the other evening, perhaps or arguably the best catch so far in the tournament.
Oh, he skied this one. Fielder getting underneath it, should be taken, and it's been pouched. Pawan Saraf with that catch, and Lokesh Baum, after a great start to the tournament, is just falling apart in his performances. The Yaks continue to break the top order of the Biratnagar Kings. Another one bites the dust.
Well, very disappointing the way Lokesh Baum has gotten himself out. We've seen him time and again, except that first knock in the first game. He's just come there, played 11 deliveries and skied a catch. Pawan Saraf, a nice, smart catch under pressure, especially in the night sky. He will depart. Pawan Saraf, Lokesh Baum caught Pawan Saraf, bowled Basisto. 17 for 2, the Kings now.
Yeah, what a contest. And the Karnali Yaks right on top in this defense of 160. As Sahil Patel, the wicketkeeper batter of the Biratnagar Kings, walks out. Baptism of fire for him.
It's a tough first game, tough debut. Sahil Patel, they brought him in, so they see something in him that we don't know yet. Going straight on with the arm. Oh, will they get that slip in? Just the last delivery. You don't want the ball to go in that direction of slip, and there's no one there to catch it.
What an over this is turning out to be. 4 gone, 17 for 2. Openers back in the hut, 17 for 2. Some work to do for Sahil Patel, who's getting his first game in NPL Season 2, and Sam Hazlitt, who's playing his second. Looked good in the last outing of his, didn't last long, but he's played a couple of good hits to the fence. And Pawan Saraf comes back into bowl. Sometimes you feel a start is so important in a chase like this, Fazal.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. A start, especially in the first 6 overs, the shine on the ball. But just take a look at this throw. Yuvraj, the leg spinner. Oh, he had the wicket-keeper under pressure, didn't he? The youngster, exuberance of youth. 18 for 2. You need a good start, but they've Just been under the pump here. There is a slip now in play, so if it doesn't turn and gets that edge, you have someone there. 9.03 the run rate. Current run rate is 4.15. Just as I said it, it's gone up to 0.13, from 0.3 to 0.13.
Slip in place. Again, Askaya. Phoebe wicket number 3 put down by Gulshan Jha. He may have hurt his chest in the process, but Sahil survives. Yeah, he's just rubbing it.
Well, for an international player that Gulshan Jha is, it's a very ordinary effort. He did go high in the air, but he was just so unstable under the ball. We're seeing the ball, but if you look at the fielder underneath, he was really unstable. He didn't have a firm base, and once you don't have a firm base, we'll just take another look at the fielder here underneath the ball. I mean, you just don't have that firm base that we talk about, and you're always going to drop it. Well, we just didn't get a look at the fielder. That's they managed to save it, but yeah, you need to get a nice stable base under the ball, Mikhail, with your head firm, your eyes still, then you get under the ball.
Sahil Patel may be telling himself, I've been dropped. Let me just chance my luck here with the bat. Yeah, Gulshan Jha could have done better in the previous opportunity. Does well to just pull it back into play over here. Yeah, but Sahil's going after the bowling. Just the 1 over left after this for the field restrictions to be lifted. A very nice bit of wicket keeping behind the stumps by Deepak Dumbre.
Still in the power play, 22 for 2. That'll be a boundary. Really very ordinary bowling by Pawan Saraf. 5 overs done, 26 for 2.
Well, it's got a real festival feel to it this evening. Fantastic atmosphere continues to be the absolute highlight of this league. Just wonder, are we going to finally get a real thriller under the lights tonight? Required run rate's 9 runs per over. Sampal Kami comes in to bowl his second. Guided away for a single. Okay, Jess, whereabouts are you and who have you got with you?
I'm joined here by the Biratnagar Kings team owner, Paras Lunia. Paras, the team have seen great success so far this year. What have you made of it?
Yeah, it is very nice. We are doing good this year. We won consecutive 3 matches. Last match was little, we disappointed us, and today we are here. We'll do more better, I think. This time we are planned very well.
And obviously representing Nepal yourself for the national cricket team, how nice is it to see the other side of the sport and now be the team owner?
Yeah, actually, if you talk about the past, it is excellent. I used to play for the country, and now today I am as an owner. I feel very proud because I want to do something for cricket, because cricket has given a lot to me.
And the NPL has been excellent for the development of bringing young Nepalese players into the comp. How have you seen that, and how do you see it developing their career in cricket?
About the young cricketers, we are I think this NPL will support them a lot, because now everyone wants to be the part of this franchisee league, and that will create a very good option for playing cricket over here for the youngsters. And now parents also in Nepal, they want their child not to be doctor and engineer, but they want this child to get a if he or she can play well, they really want them to grow in cricket as well.
And what are your plans for the Kings in the future? How do you hope to see it grow?
See, my plan is very clear. I used to play, and I have seen the toughest time of the cricket in Nepal. We used to get 25 rupees a day. And,
we'll just head back to comms very quickly while there's a wicket been taken.
Well, sadly for Paras Lunia, and Jess down speaking with them there, his side have just lost a wicket, and Heazlett it is, the big one too. Sampal Kami strikes.
Oh, the captain. Hang on to one. Oh, yes, please. I tell you what, they've looked fired up tonight, the Yaks. Even with the bat, they've just looked energised and ready for this contest. Heazlett, the Australian, goes for 16. It's 29 for 3.
Bashir Ahmed to the crease at number 5. Get out early the other evening, trying to take on the spin immediately. Different kind of challenge for the young man as he starts with a single. In fact, he's going to get back for the second. Good run in from Bashir Ahmed. Okay, back down to you, Jess.
Well, we're back after the wicket was taken. Paras, please continue what you were saying.
Yeah, actually, previously when we used to play cricket at the era of 2000 to 2005, it was very tough for us. We started cricket here, and at that time we were getting 25 rupees. It is almost $10 in a month. And now when we see cricket developing over here, and as the owner of the franchise, we want cricket to grow, and whatever possibility we can do for cricket will be honor to us, because this game unites the country, and we really want that cricket should grow, and people over here should have more and more stadiums and all. I also request International Cricket Council that they should help Nepal to grow in infrastructure way by getting few stadiums throughout the country, and also few National Cricket Academy types in 2 or 3 parts of the Nepal.
Excellent. Well, thank you for chatting with us. I wish all the success to you and the Kings.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks
you very
a lot.
much.
Yeah.
Back to comms.
Yeah, thanks to Jess, and nice to hear from the former Nepal international, Paras Lunia, who is one of the ownership group of the Biratnagar Kings. Just saw the most glorious stroke from Bashir Ahmed there. I know it was a full toss, HT, but he really is a batter. I know not many have kicked on domestically and gone on to get big scores, but he's certainly one of those domestic batters that we look at in this competition and say that he has the potential for grander things.
Yeah, he's promised. He's promised over the course of this year's edition as well. I know Shubham Ranjani's no longer here, but they formed a nice little partnership in the middle for the Kings. Going to have to play well here, though.
Very good arm ball. Look at the seam position as this is delivered. No intent at all to turn it in, only to swing it away. Got a real will to win, doesn't he, the Western Australian? And he's using this Nepal Premier League to give a real sort of second chapter to his career. He's loving every second in the light blue of Karnali. Very effective bat and ball yet again.
Yeah, well, yours. Good one, Sebastian. Excellent win. Change, boy.
Great work from Jeet in the background, keeping the crowd going. Something about the Friday, Saturday games here. Every day is a great atmosphere, but it's feverish, isn't it, up there in the crowd? It's the appetite for the NPL off the charts. And they deserve a close contest this evening. To get that, Bashir Ahmed in particular, I think is going to need to play very well.
How's our proposal looking for a mascot race?
Well, my phone usually buzzes when we discuss something online, and I have seen lots of speculation, as I'm pretty sure, if I've got them correct, that is Mr. and Mrs. Heaslett, who have come in especially to watch their son. Sadly, he's been dismissed. Saw them featured on social media recently. But I've seen lots of rumours online about what the MCC will be announcing tomorrow alongside the Cricket Association of Nepal. Let's talk about what you and I want, which is a mascot race.
I think the day of the final, I think we could really zhuzh it up.
It'll be the hottest ticket in town, on at 13th of December. And no doubt about that. Won't get the single. Basisto concedes just the 3 singles. Lots of chatter between the two batters. 38 for 3. Glorious, absolutely glorious here at the TU, and the Red Bull fan zone is one of the things powering that atmosphere, that buzz up in the crowd. It's the new gen Red Bull, and I have to tell you, HD, news in the commentary box. I've had a bit of Red Bull this evening. Look out.
I thought after yesterday you were staying away from it.
Fancied the buzz. Just loved the buzz yesterday, and I'm back. We are back, baby. As is Mark Watts. I'll tell you something. I rate this man's bowling incredibly highly. I really do. No, he missed out with the bat tonight, but he is such a canny and tricky customer. Career economy rate, and he's played a lot against some top sides in various leagues and for Scotland. And he might just have created an opportunity, or has the batter got enough of it? All the way up to the friends and family zone. A little bit of extra bounce off the top half of the bat, but it flies for 6 from Sahil.
Didn't think he got this. He did more than that. He's hit that a long way back. Still waiting for the Mark Watt delivery from next to the umpire.
Yeah, Rasmus has bowled it more than he has, as that'll be a wide down the leg side. Now, they've got 6 from 2, in fact 8 now from 2 legal deliveries. They've got a bit of pressure on what. Can they make it a big over? Get themselves into the chase. Get that required run rate down beneath 9.
And that's what the Yaks did really well. When they started an over well, they made sure they finished it nicely without losing any wickets. The last thing here what the Kings will want to do is throw one away. And when you land the ball in the right area, there's something for you as a spinner. It holds, it turns, but this is the matchup that Bashir Ahmed would want. The left-arm spinner rolling it into him.
He's known as the best player of spin in this middle order for the Kings. But sometimes your strength can be your weakness. He was dismissed second ball, looking to go after the left-arm spinner early in the Kings' sole defeat, which was their last game. So I think he's going to be a bit more cautious this evening to start with Bashir Ahmed. Got that lovely boundary from the low full toss from Sampal Kami. So he's already away, 8 off 6. As Watt goes slower. I think that's the right pace to bowl on this surface. Turn on offer.
They got through quite comfortably there for a single. Those that are sort of on the edge of the circle need to be very aware that they can prevent a single straight to them. Yeah, that's better. That's better. Attack the ball. 8 gone, 48 for 3.
Partnership worth 19. For the Kings to get into this contest, I'm going to need it to be worth a lot more than that. We still have that concern over Shehan Jayasuriya. We wish him well. Did look nasty. Looked like probably ankle ligaments or something like that. As the arm ball is hit inside out over extra, they're going to want the second. And oh, there should have been 2 there. There was time for 2, but miscommunication between the 2 batters.
All changed for the left-hander. 3 men inside that 30-yard circle on the offside, extra cover, and 2 behind point on the offside.
Seen that trial, haven't we, in Australia, about not just allowing the concussion substitute who's allowed to come in and play that full part, but kind of any injury of a certain standard, isn't it?
Yeah, so basically where they're trialling it is in the 4-day cricket, and they're saying that it's the first 2 days where there can be a substitution for an injury. But the way that they're legitimizing that is they're saying that if you are substituted through a legitimate injury, you cannot play for the next 12 days. So you would inevitably miss the next.
Yeah, good caveat that, isn't it? Just to give, you know, picked up cleanly, and batters sprawling everywhere. A little bit of chaos out in the middle. We've seen a bit of this throughout the competition.
Yeah, he doesn't get a hold of it. I must admit, though, I do like the idea of the trialling and potentially having that in the game, because I think when there's a legitimate injury like we've seen tonight, it's not fair that it's 11 versus 10 for the rest of the match.
Yeah, it is harsh, isn't it? You know, if that was a head injury to Jayasuriya, as Basisto does brilliantly off his own bowling, he would be allowed, once the team physio and doctor assesses even the potential of a concussion, not even a confirmed concussion, they're allowed a full replacement. But in the case of an exterior injury, or what may be ligament damage to Jayasuriya's ankle, it's not going to be the case. So I think if they get 9 wickets, if the game goes that way, the Kings will be bowled out by the Yaks if it goes that far. Really good over again from Basisto, only 4 singles from it. Required run rate increases, it's very nearly 10s now. 52 for 3. real family affair here at the TU. Met all sorts of people across the first 11 days of this competition. Some of their individual stories absolutely inspiring, and the love for cricket and unity is across every person you meet. As Gulshan Jha will be called upon, the 6th bowler to be used. Just the 2 wickets in his Nepal Premier League history. He's a much better bowler than that, and I'll tell you something, his dad is here today. First time I met him this evening, and he was a very, very proud father watching on. I think he found his way into the wrong box, though. So he's in the light blue of the Yaks. I was up getting a chai in the King's box. And this gentleman, let's see if I can find him here. No, I think he might have gone back to the Yaks box. He just said he was saying hello to everyone.
Do you think he went back, or do you think he was told to go back?
No, I think there was lots of fans who were looking for photos with them as well, because obviously a very proud dad. We shared a snap too. Fond of a selfie here in Nepal. Nicely played, a readjustment. How concerning is that required run rate right now, HT?
Once it gets above 10, so early on in the piece, so we're talking about the 9th over, it can get to 12 and 14 extremely quickly. Teams don't tend to panic when it's 10 required of, let's say, the last 3. They feel as though they can get that, no problem. But when it's 11 overs that remain, this is an issue. So somewhere along the line there, you need a biggish over. Just going back to Gulshan Jha, I love the fact that I'm going to say they got it right. They've utilised one of their power hitters further up the order. There's other teams that can do that as well.
He is an X-factor cricketer. He is an impact cricketer. Very nearly impacts the game with his first wicket. You might look at the scorecard and say, why are you talking about his innings? He only made 20. He made it off 10 balls. He did that again and again in Oman to help Nepal qualify for their 3rd T20 World Cup.
Why it's so impactful, though, is when you've got a facility where batters are struggling because there's a little bit of turn now, and there's not the same pace as there was in the surface as there was in the first week. You need that type of innings just to propel you from that 140 to that 160 mark.
I actually thought he was a genuine contender for the player of the tournament in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup qualifier for the Asia EAP region, the 2 regions coming together for the first time. The reason why, HT, his strike rate in the competition, 196. The next best was only at 150 in the whole comp. He came in time and time again in the most difficult of positions, particularly that game where he made 20 off 5 against Kuwait, I think it was. It just changed the game completely. 3 sixes from his first 5 balls. Yes, he got out then. But when Nepal were in tricky positions against Japan, where they got themselves into real trouble in the first innings, against Kuwait, where they were in real trouble with the bat as well, it was indeed. It was 20 off 5, including 3 sixes against Kuwait. He scrapped them up to 140, and then the bowlers and in the exceptional fielding did the rest.
That's all you want. It's those types of innings that are match-winning innings in T20 cricket. In the 50-over game, you could argue, well, hang on, you should have batted through. Not in T20.
And then how they won that game against the United Arab Emirates by 1 run, I will never know. As good running will get them back for a couple. I reckon you could replay that 1,000 times, they'd lose it. 999. Okay, the halfway stage of the chase here. The Kings not doing it in a hurry, but they're staying alive in the chase. And it's time now for the expert strategic timeout. 56 for 3.
The Festival of the Himalayas is into its second week and the party just doesn't stop. Yeah, they're just enjoying themselves, grooving, dancing, jiving to the music of the DJ. And everyone's just outshining the other with the dance steps in the middle. And the DJ as well, Fazal, I must admit, knows the pulse of the audience this evening. He knows which song to play.
I'm just amazed at the way they really have the timing. They move really well, they jive really well. DJ plays some really famous songs. Take a look at the Wickets to Fall. That was the first one of Munzi. And then really that steepler taken by Pawan Saraf. Lokesh Baum was gone. And then the big one, Heazlett for 16. Now Sahil and Basir Ahmed out there in the middle. And for the Biratnagar Kings, toiling away. And they're looking okay. 56 for 3 and 10. They need 10.5 runs to the over. The Karnali Yaks, Pawan Saraf in operation from the Chobar end, or the Chobar Hills end. Very picturesque Chobar Hills.
Yeah, break here, so certainly give the times to reassess plans. I believe Jess has the director of the Karnali Yaks alongside her by the sidelines. This will make for an interesting chat. Take it away, Jess.
That's right, I'm joined here by Kane Raj Kanal, the director of the Karnali Yaks. Kane, an excellent start for the Yaks this evening. What do you think of the match so far?
We are very excited, you know, our team is doing well. And I'm confident that we'll win this match. And we'll go for final.
Of course, that's all the confidence you need, isn't it? And there's a lot of talk around the development of the young players. Having exposure to big comps like this. Yeah. What's your experience been of that, and how have you seen the young players developing?
Yeah, it is a great opportunity for Nepal and the young player, because we last year also we have Bipin Kar Sharma, who selected as a young player. And the talent from the talent hunts, and he's doing very well. And we have Yuvraj also this time. So it's a very good for Nepal and Nepal sports and overall development of the Nepal. Yeah.
And now, coming here for the first time myself to Nepal, I've been absolutely blown away by the crowds. Yes. How incredible has it been to see the support for the team so far?
Yeah, it's amazing, you know. Everyone is praising about the fans' excitement, you know, the love about the cricket and the sports, and especially the cricket, you know. And cricket is doing very good in Nepal. Yeah.
And of course, the response to the MPL overall has been outstanding.
Yeah.
Second season now, where do you hope to see the Yaks grow to in years to come?
Sorry. Can you repeat?
That's okay. So how do you hope to see the Yaks develop and grow over the years?
Yeah, Yaks is doing very well. You know, last year also we have like a third. So this year we are hoping we'll go to the final and we'll be the winner. And Karnali Yaks is doing very well,
Excellent. I love to hear it. All the best for you and the team, and thank you for chatting to me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Back to comms.
Yeah, very excited team director there alongside Jess, spelling the vision of the Yaks and the way they want to take their cricket in this competition as well. And tonight they're looking good to what will be a very good win if they just keep things simple and just keep accounting for more wickets. Bashir 17 and 18, he can hit the big shots. Playing against the turn at the moment. And Pawan Saraf is bowled well. Just the 5 runs of this over. It's 61 for 3. Now, a quick reminder to everyone, you have an opportunity to subscribe and download the Dish Home Go app, our official OTT streaming platform of the Nepal Premier League 2025. It's streaming worldwide except India, and you can do it right away as well. Well, what scenes? Flashlights are on. Large numbers, packed house, great cricket on offer, lovely weather, warm hospitality. What more can you ask for? Yeah, he did get a reprieve early on, Sahil Patel, and after that he's just about started to find momentum in his innings. Gulshan Jha dropped him, if you remember, to the one that could not be held. He can have a chance to redeem that. Now he's bowling at him.
They need a couple of big overs, Biratnagar Kings. They were 71 for 1, the Yaks at this stage. The Biratnagar Kings are 62, slightly behind them, but they need the belief that they can get these runs. Nice flourish, just a single. Get a couple of big overs, get 15-run overs, Mikhail, then they come somewhere close to that required run rate of 11.31. They got to target, they got to picture which bowler they're going to target. They're going at 5.56. They've got to believe that they can get the 11.31. Pratish GC looks padded up there. It's really chilly. There is a nip in the air. We're just getting to that very cold Kathmandu, Nepal winter. It will be called. Did it get something on the way? Yeah, it did. A little pair on the way, says umpire Rambakwela.
Nice ring to it, right? Rambakwela. And the cause for concern here for the Biratnagar Kings in this chases. We've not seen a boundary since the last 4 overs. It's been 25 deliveries. Yeah, there it is. The flashlights are on. Grand sight. Great camera work as well. Oh, he lost the shape. This should be an easy catch. And it's a simple catch as well. Jha may have dropped Sahil sometime back, but he comes back to get his wicket. And the Yaks are right in front in this contest to pocket another win.
Yeah, going for that, just hurrying on to him, getting it at the splice of the bat. Max O'Dowd, the catcher on that occasion. A nice, simple, easy catch for him. Sahil Patel will make his way back, 19 of 24. The Kings 63 for 4. The new batsman, Marshan Dilanga, no better time for him to come out when the team needs 11.76. We saw him wielding the willow in the last game. Can he use that long handle of his and that big frame to good effect? I like those gloves. Really nice looking gloves there, all black. Normally you see black outside and a white inside, or oh, really nice, snazzy. Can he come good for the Kings? In the air, lands in no man's land, will get a couple of runs. Oh, he's come here with a clear intention of not wasting any time. He's going to go after the bowling from the get-go.
Yeah, he just swung his bat at this one. Lucky enough for him. Fell at mid-on between long on and mid-wicket. He got 39 in 22 in that last game with 4 sixes and 2 fours against the Chitwan Rhinos.
Well, at that time, it was all over for the Kings when he came out to bat, so he enjoyed himself. Right now, if he can get that 39 or 49, then he'll put the Biratnagar Kings right back in the game. Right now, the Biratnagar Kings are just under the cosh.
So he's got a lot of height on it. Fielder coming underneath, positions himself and takes the catch. Young Yuvraj Khatri, he's a talented lad. And Dilanga lasts only 2 deliveries. The Yaks are having a fabulous Friday evening here in the Tribhuvan University International Cricket Stadium. Gulshan Jha with his second.
Well, the crowd has certainly come alive. Good thinking this by Gulshan Jha. Digs that one in short, and a very smart catch by the youngster. Really smart catch, under pressure, under the lights, black background of the sky. Marsha Dilanga gone for 2, 65 with 5 back in the hut.
Problems plenty here for the Biratnagar Kings. Half the side back in the dugout. Narayan Joshi walks out with the best of 30. Bashir at the other end. No signs of Sihan Jayasuriya, who got injured in the field earlier in the day. Yaks, they have this thing of just coming back into the contest and in the tournament. Well, this could be close. Just felt he had come too far across over here. Felt it was worth a shout.
Certainly worth the shout, but the umpire thinking otherwise, going down the leg side, he says. Looked pretty close when we saw it in normal speed. If we just take a look at it in slow motion. .95 more needed of 47. Mark Watt coming around.
Asking rate close to 12.5. He's just found a tickle on that. Runs here. Will get a couple. Does well to keep it in play. Third for the throw. Good running. And good partnership as well in the deep.
There it is once again. Just a little bit of turn. Very lucky to get that outside edge. And good stop. Priyank Panchal just getting it in the nick of time. Swung away on the bounce to the fielder at mid-wicket. Will Busisto, the fielder, really good fielder he is. Took that magnificent catch, Mikhail. Probably still the catch of the tournament so far.
Jimmy Neesham's effort as well came very close to that. So Sohail Tanveer early in the day, one-handed stunner of his own bowling. Seen a couple of them in the last few days. Time since the last boundary, 33 deliveries. You just feel the Biratnagar Kings are playing catch-up over here, Fazal.
They've got a lot to catch up with. 71 for 5. The run rate now almost 13 to the over. 90 of 43. Jayasuriya, we're not sure, will come out to bat. So virtually 6 down are the Kings. Should have fielded that of his own bowling. Normally left-arm spinners are really good fielders of their own bowling. 13 done. 72 for 5.
Good toss to win for the Karnali Yaks. They put the runs on the board and then they've applied pressure with the ball. You can see the follow wickets. They never got going in this chase. The Biratnagar Kings, 65 for 5. And pretty much in the bottom half of this batting order for the Biratnagar Kings. Just the one man, the Bashir Ahmed, raising hopes.
And mid-off. And the crowd really enjoying themselves here. The flashlights are out. We're all singing in unison now.
Fazal and chorus, they've all come together. And they're singing what's, I believe, is also the national song over here. Just goes to show how beautifully the sport unites people in Nepal. Hair-raising stuff, goosebumps around the ground for us as well over here. Just love the vibe.
Absolutely stunning. You know, they all went up together with those flashlights and they were singing their national song, 984 or 40, the Biratnagar Kings, and huge.
The bowling, he just can't be turning the strike every now and then. At the same time, he's aware there's not much batting to follow as well. You really can't blame him for the kind of approach he led up from here on. It's hit out or get out kind of an approach for him. And if the rub of the green goes his way, he'll certainly find the gaps. His way, he'll certainly find the gaps and the vacant spaces.
Wide. We'll just take a look at some of the magnificent catches taken in the tournament. That was Erasmus, who's featuring in quite a few. That was Will Busisto. This, for me, arguably the best catch so far. He ran about 15 yards and over his head. Did he take that Sher Mala one-handed effort at short fine leg? This was Rashid Khan at point. He took a couple of good catches in that game. Back live. Needs a direct hit. Oh, just about missing. And just take a look at the last couple of catches that we have for you in a package. We'll be adding to them for sure. That's Rashid Khan again. That was the second of the evening for him. He really had a good day in the field. And Jimmy Neesham, I mean, a real catch and a half. Really good, about 15 or 20 yards, keeping his balance, looking at the ball over his head. And these overhead catches are really, really tough. And he took it and made it look really simple. They pulled away this on the bounce to the fielder, a deep square leg. And what a catch by Will Busisto. He's probably knows that he had the opportunity to show what a good fielder he is. He ran, kept his eyes on the ball, his head was firm, his eyes were still, and he just took it in that mitt, those big mitts of his. And as he landed with his hands hitting the ground, the elbows still kept the ball clasped nicely. Really good catching this. That'll be a wide. We'll have to re-bowl that. They don't want to give it away here, the Karnali Yaks. They need a big win against the Biratnagar Kings. A 40-run win or a 35-run win could really help their net run rate getting into the business end of the tournament, when the net run rate will play a huge part.
And we saw it earlier in the day with the Gorkhas. A 53-run win over the Rhinos took them from the negatives to the positives in the net run rate. And you want that. You want to just split this points table wide open at the halfway stage. It's been a good over for the Biratnagar Kings. 12 coming off at 84 for 5.
The leading run scorer, so this is Presidential Graduate School, right?
Well, this is the Presidential Graduate School Platinum Cap Leaderboard. Well, it's showcasing the tournament's leading run scorers. Ravi Bopara right on top. Panchal with 250 is a big 90 and a 60 today, moves to number 2. Mark Watt, his teammate, an opening partner with that century the other day. is at 3. Rohit Paudel has been getting the runs, but unfortunately the winds have eluded them. And Lokesh Baum is slowly just moving out of top 5 after having a couple of ordinary performances in the last 4 games. Remember, he got a blitzkrieg 72 in the tournament opener. That set the stage on fire for NPL Season 2. The captain of the Biratnagar Kings right on top. 10 wickets for him, Sandeep Lamichhane. But right behind him is another very fine left-arm spinner, and Harmeet Singh. Milind Kumar for the Gorkhas has been a match winner with ball and bat. Karan Casey has been amongst wickets in the last couple of games. Dilanga too has really been good.
Well, worrying times for the Biratnagar Kings as we come into the business end of the tournament, Mikhail, and I say that because it's very easy for a team to start losing form and plummeting from here. Now they'll be under pressure, the Biratnagar Kings, to start winning. They had 3 on the bounce, and now they're losing 2 back-to-back, and that's worrying for them. But on the other hand, the Karnali Yaks, this will be a big win against a really big side, and that will hold them in good stead. Their morale will be high. They'll be really buoyant. They'll get that winning momentum going forward. It's the team that starts peaking from here that will really matter. It's not about what has happened. It's about what's happening and what will happen in the future to get into those playoffs. The top 4 teams make those playoffs. Down the ground, a really nice hit, but a very good effort, a valiant effort by the skipper. Sompal Kami, he should have had it, but perhaps a little extra due now is making, there it is, a little extra due, perhaps slipping out of his grasp.
Yeah, he got the toe end of the bat, Bashir, and he had to cover a lot of ground. Remember, he was coming from maybe mid-wicket region here. He's a very fine athlete, Sompal Kami, make no mistake, so he's going to really put in that sprint to get underneath that. And the ball just kept moving away and away from him, and it's rightly pointed out there, Fazal. The ball does get a little soapy and slippery in dewy conditions.
I tell you what, the ground fielding of the Nepalis have been really good. It's the catching that is a little, found a little wanting, Mikhail. Poor wicket keeping, really poor wicket keeping, conceding the boundary. We've seen him do it on a couple of occasions, and buys. You can't give such easy runs away. First game for Dumre.
Yeah, maybe the bounce just surprised him towards the end. Tried to get cheekier, a bit too cute. Bashir Ahmed. (17:33). This one does not carry. Good enough for him. He mistimed it. Had he timed it, maybe it would have gone into the hands of Sompal Kami. All right, then, there's the beauty. Omora and Jeko, Nepal's fastest growing EV brand, which provides best in-segment range, ground clearance and spare tire with top safety features and a great battery life as well. Grand sight, good drive, lovely features. Always wonderful to be sitting. The AC is very powerful, by the way, Fazal. Each time in the morning, they have to tell the chauffeur to shut it off. Nice car. What an evening it's been. All through the week, we've seen full houses. We're entering the weekend now. Be rest assured it's going to be another sellout crowd at this wonderful venue. Seen some amazing images come through reels on Instagram about this wonderful ground, Fazal. Very picturesque. Nandan Yadav, 9 runs off this over. Yeah, gives it a whack. Will only fetch a single. Yeah, the ask is big here for the Biratnagar Kings. We're into the final 5. And the Biratnagar Kings need 67 in 30 deliveries, 94 for 5.
who is standing up to be counted. Can Ahmed join the likes of KC and Lamachani?
साउथ अफ्रीका यानी फाइबर के पावर हिटर्स हो गया हम भी बढ़ाएंगे अपना बैटिंग पावर विद स्मार्ट बैट
अरे फेंको ये बैट स्काई बॉल है ना स्काई बॉल टीम इंडिया का नया स्टाइल fearless बैटिंग फुल हिटिंग
स्काई बॉल चलेगा सबका पॉइंट बचेगा IDFC First Bank England versus South Africa first T20I 9th December at 6 p.m.
Mainly thanks to the bat of Bashir Ahmed, who's moved to 46 off 35. I think he's playing very, very nicely, and we've got a game in our hands here. The partnership's worth 48 off 26. They need 48 more to win off 24. Is there a little bit of panic for Sampal Kami, or is he comfortable that he can hold his nerve and get his side over the line here?
Well, he's got two left, so he bowls the 17th and he bowls the 19th. You always want your main bowler, your best bowler, to bowl the penultimate over, so he's brought himself on and he should bowl the penultimate over now. So I think this is just a sort of a set piece, if you can call it that. Nandan with 2 to go. Gulshan's got an over there. He's got some options. Would he risk Basisto against the left-hander?
Now this goes a long way up. A catching opportunity. It's going to take some catching. And Basisto holds on again. Not as remarkable as the one that he took during the daytime, but because of the floodlights and how high it went and how crucial it was, just as big a catch. But we're going to have a no ball check. Oh no!
Adrenaline. This is pure adrenaline. That has to be called. That's a no ball. Now, let's forget that there's no wicket here for a second. The run counts, and it's now a free hit.
The crowd right now are going mental. Absolute energy, electric energy around the TU.
The amount of times that this happens in cricket now, fielders have now got to start thinking about, once they take the catch, get the ball into the keeper and possibly run someone out, because you can get run out off a no ball.
Yeah, no ball and a single means that it'll be Bashir Ahmed, the man they want, who is going to face the free hits. Good umpiring again, because you felt as though, oh no, I think they're going to say no ball and a dot, because I don't think they ever completed the single, did they? They just turned and presumed as though the catch was held, and that was that. So rather than it being Bashir Ahmed on strike, it's going to be Narayan Joshi. The free hit will remain, and this man will have a chance to clear the ropes if he can clear his front leg and get one over the ropes. Here comes the free hit. Just one. Pound Saraf will cut that off. Given the fact there was overs left of Ja, 2 from Nandan Yadav, who's the death bowling specialist for the national side, and Kami, who's done that too for the national team, was it a misstep to go to Mark Watt to that left-hander in the last over?
Especially with Basisto having 1 over remaining against the threat that was the left-hander. But again, you've also got to trust, and what is the front-line spinner? Still a long way to go here, 45 needed. This is the key man, Bashir Ahmed.
pulled and pulled for 4. It's 50 for a very talented all-rounder who's stating his case strongly to Stuart Law. I could be an option. I've been in Mumbai come February.
I'm not sure in Mumbai he would get a bouncer with fine leg up in the circle. Come on, Sompal Kami. It's your field. Bowl to it.
Well bowled. We'll get the single off the inside edge. Okay, gun to your head. Who bowls overs 18, 19, 20, please, HD?
I'm going, look, I'll try and put a captaincy hat on here. I'd risk it. I'd bowl Basisto to the left-hander. And then Kami to bowl the 19th. And then it's a toss-up. Nandan Yadav, who bowled so nicely last year at the back end, and try and give him as many to defend. But I think Basisto to the left-hander. Risk it to try and get him out.
Inside out, over extra. Joshi starts to come into his own as well. The Kings are hunting this total down. They are starting to believe.
Well, on a surface that takes spin and is a little bit slow, the captain is running up and bowling as fast as he possibly can and hitting a length. I'm unsure about the tactics from the skipper.
I would do a slightly different tactic if I was the skipper. I would bowl Nandan 18 and 20, but I would bowl Basisto. I'd bowl him the 19th. Flicked around the corner. Fielder comes in, isn't going to get there. It is Nandan Yadav. Will he bowl the next over? We'll have to wait and see. 126 for 5. Okay, big call, and I think it's the right call. I think this young man is born for these kind of moments. Remarkable personal journey back from Australia. Without this league, HD Ackerman, he would not still be playing top-level cricket of any kind. He'd be in Australia, he'd be working a day job and playing a little bit of club cricket on the side. But the Nepal Premier League has given opportunities to cricketers like him to a pathway back towards international representation, and this is why Stuart Law likes him so much. He's got a good bouncer and a good slower ball at the death. Can he hold his nerve, or will this partnership that's worth 61 continue to take it home for the Kings? Deep third in place. I think it's over his head. 6 to start with. The Kings are on the charge, and Joshi is really playing his part with Bashir Ahmed.
These are great shots. These are wonderful strokes, but I don't know, Andrew Leonard. You've gone for Nandan Yadav. Pace on. I'm not sure it's the option. Bearing in mind the danger man standing at the non-striker's end. This is Narayan doing the damage.
The best part of this partnership is the thing we've been critical of is the domestic batters, particularly the non-internationally capped domestic batters, have struggled throughout the tournament. But into match 16, it's a 67-run partnership between two homegrown players that is sending this game in just one direction. And that right now is the direction of the Kings. They have it in their hands. It's 28 to win off 16. The Yaks need a wicket.
Panic is set in here with the Yaks. Absolute panic. They are running up and trying to bowl as fast as they can on a surface that they said at the toss is slow and turns. They need some calm heads around here.
He's had a few great starts this season. A 20, a 20, a 36. This has been his best. He is a talented cricketer, I promise you that. He's done all the hard work. Can he apply the finishing touches? And he's got that support that he needed from Joshi. Scorched to the cover sweeper. His first 50 of the season. Well played, Bashir Ahmed.
That was the shot to kick things off. He was so strong through that area and then picked his matchups and won the battles against the left-arm spinners. Let's bear in mind that he walked to the wicket when his team were in a real spot of bother. Middle orders have failed their teams over the course of this edition of NPL. Not tonight. They're taking them to the brink.
Slower ball, fielder there. Holds on. Basisto was never dropping that. Takes all the pace off. And Joshi just could not help but looking for the heroic moment, looking for the maximum. And Nandan Yadav it is who has his first of the evening.
Finally, some composure. Pace off. Simple catch. Oh, so desperate. Oh, so needed.
They needed that.
But a lovely innings in support of Bashir Ahmed. Joshi goes for 25. We're not done at the TU. It's 134 for 6.
Well, discussions and advice from every angle. I think Bashir Ahmed just had to nip off in the midst of it all. This is more like the cardiac kids that we know and love. I know that's the nickname for the national team. But there's plenty of national team players out there embracing the chaos, and not a single fan has left this ground. And Pratish GC.
Gonna fly.
Proteals in dead tracks. IGFC First Bank India versus South Africa.
Here's a Bajaj Pulsar. It has that explosive, fast, unstoppable power, just like the crowd tonight. They are on fire, as are the Kings. A 69-run partnership between Joshi and Bashir Ahmed has them as favourites into the final two. Here's Kami. Pace on again. I think he gets away with it. Where's the composure? Where's the pace off from the men in light blue?
There's to lose from here, the Kings. Sompal Kami running in, bowling pace on, seam up. Nandan Yadav bowling one slower ball in an entire over of 6, which led to a wicket. It's the Kings to lose if they continue with this game plan.
You sense that the only way that the Yaks are going to win this, they need wickets. Oh, big swing and a miss. Bowls it into the surface on a crucial dot ball. 20 to win off 10 is the equation. We've got our thriller, finally.
How difficult that is to hit. Just runs his fingers down the side of the ball and it grips, and you're almost through your stroke by the time it gets to you. Right, Sompal, you need to be unpredictable here.
Oh, no! No, no, no! Not like that! Not like this! Deepak Dumre, he took a brilliant catch earlier. Had to get something behind this. It's a boundary, it's 4 byes.
Oh, no, that's a horror show. Absolute horror show. That is a moment. That is a moment. You've got to do everything you possibly can to not let that ball get past you. It doesn't matter if it hits you in the chest, the shoulder, the thigh, you get something in the way.
And I will say it is difficult because often the slower ball, it might turn off the second bounce, but you've got to get the body on the line. This goes a long way up. Catching opportunity, long off comes in and holds on. Gulshan Jah does the business. It is chaos out there right now. This game is seesawing one way and the other almost every delivery. And the Yaks, they strike back.
High into the night sky, and the calmest man on the ground was the one underneath the catch. Beautifully held, and then had the presence of mind to tell everyone around him just to relax. Pratish GC goes for 6, 145 for 7.
Who writes this man's scripts? The kind of occasion and moment that he will savour. And savour to say the least. Can he do the business for his Kings? 16 to win off 8. Lamachani inside out, over extra, 4 runs. What a start.
Well, granted, he clears his left leg. He knows where he's looking for the boundary because the leg side is covered. There's a long on, there's a deep mid-wicket, there's a deep square leg, and so there's no protection really forward of square on the offside. There has to be a dot ball here or a 1, otherwise you put your last man under tremendous pressure.
Tries to go again, long on is out, but again he's quite square. They're going to take on the second, the throw is wide. It should have been a run-out opportunity, but they'll get back for 2 instead. And we bona fide, absolutely have our first thriller of the season. It's 10 to win off 6, 151 for 7. Okay, now have a look at this. There is going to be a fielding penalty applied because they haven't bowled their overs in enough time. So it means that there'll have to be 5 fielders inside the circle and only 4 in the deep. How critical could that be? A reminder, of course, if you're just joining us for the first time this evening, Jayasuriya, who had a horror injury, Shehan Jayasuriya, landed this morning straight into the team. A horror ankle injury. We don't believe he's going to be able to bat. Trying to get confirmation as to whether he's even at the venue. So in theory, 2 wickets would be enough for the Yaks, I believe. But we're trying to get that checked as chaos is reigning at the TU. It's going to be Nandan Yadav with the ball in hand. Can Bashir Ahmed be the hero, or will this man stand up to be counted for the Yaks? Miran is up in the circle. The only man exactly where he goes, gets it away. Should be at least a couple. They will get 2.
Neatly played, wasn't it?
They know what they need to do. They've got the set man at the crease on 55 not out. It's 8 to win off 5. Well fielded, young man. Keep it to a single run-out opportunity. Where are you going, Bashir Ahmed? My oh my, all happening. End result, 1 to the total. Make that 7 to win off 4. Lamachani on strike.
He wanted 2, there was never 2. Never 2. Now the keeper waits until he gets in, then throws it. Now the question is does Lamachani want to be the hero, or does he say, you know what, I'm going to hit this along the deck, try and maybe run 2, and if I only scramble a single, well, then Bashir Ahmed is on strike. The notepads are out.
We asked for it, we prayed for it, we pleaded for it. Hallelujah is what I say, HD. The thriller is back. And I'll tell you something, I think it's the first of many. We waited 15 Matir in game 16. I've no idea what's going to happen. But it's no surprise to me that that man Sandeep Lamachani is right in the midst of it all. Everyone up on the offside apart from long off, where the captain Sampal Kami is 3 in the deep on the leg side. Here comes Nandan Yadav. Nails the Yorker, but I think they might be able to get a second. Gets home comfortably. Really a bit unlucky for Nandan Yadav because it's just come off the inside of the pad and it's gone the only place where 2 could be picked up. Paris Lunia on tenterhooks.
Well, there's one thing you haven't mentioned here, Lenny.
Super over.
Super over.
Five to win off 3. Big ball this one. Is it a dot? Scamper a by. 4 to win off 2. And you may well have mystic megged crystal ball that super over.